So Harry, one of my favorite Dokkan data miners, did his Dokkan favorites, and I thought this was a pretty cool idea for me to do myself. So here's all of his preference, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but of course, with my experiences. And if you guys want to chime in, leave it down in the comment section down below, all of yours. I'll definitely have a look at them, and maybe we might get the same answers. So let's start things off with favorite unit of all time. This one's really hard for free-to-play, just because free-to-play units are always changing. The next best thing is changing so quickly. But if I'm going through my own personal memories, it's gotta be Master Roshi, because he's been in a lot of hard content that's been very clutch for his revive, and it's been 2 years now that I've still consistently put him onto teams when I really need the revive, and that goes for Easy A's as well. Now let's look at the best animations for me personally. There's a lot of great animations in Dokkan Battle. One problem with LRs is that they have another set of animations compared to a TY, because they have a 12 key and 18 key that could ruin the card. There's actually a lot of like LRs that could have been considered as best, but I feel like the 12 key wasn't as great. But for my card of choice, I'm going with the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta. Just because consistently 12 key looks great, 18 key looks great, standby is great. Like overall is really, really solid. And I just love them all. The standby finishing skill is awesome as well. And of course the end screens also look great. So they're going to be my choice for this category. Some honorable mentions is the Beast Gohan. That's probably my favorite active skill in terms of look-wise. And then also the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta LR for the 7th year anniversary, just because I like the art style of that card. And the active skill looks amazing as well. But the 12 key is a bit iffy to me. For best artwork, I might actually have to go with my free-to-play choice, and that is going to be LR First Form Cell. I think, like, the icon looks great, the full art looks great, and the animations look great, where he just looks so scary, and, like, the shading is kind of nuts with all, like, that red, dark colors and all that. So, I think I have to go with Cell. It's a bit unfair for TURs, because I feel like LR's arts are just much more better. Now, for coolest design, I actually don't know what that means. Does that mean the artwork or the actual card? I'm assuming it's going to be the actual card, and I'm actually going to go with the new Piccolo Jr. I think after using him, I've only used him like twice maybe, but the fact that he has like giant, active skill, additional supers, he's just so good. He's offering so much that it's actually crazy. I really like his character design. It's just cool because you can just go active skill into giant form. The turn goes on forever, really. The personal game changer of mine, I mean, if you are following the channel, you gotta know it's Ginyu. And just the whole Ginyu Force alone allowed me to beat some of the hardest contents in the game. So, I mean, he is definitely a personal game changer for me. It was my first team that beat Red Zone Broly and really showed, like, free-to-play team is really good sometimes. For my favorite team at this current moment, I've been using a lot of Goku's team, the 23rd World Tournament Goku team, and I've been really loving it. I've beaten some of the hardest contents with this guy's team, so this is going to be my favorite team at the moment. Some love for some... I think for free-to-play, a lot of the extreme teams have been, like, really plowing through the hard content, but this guy makes super teams, like, somewhat usable back again, essentially. On to the next row. You like, but everyone hates. And I feel like I have the perfect choice for this, and that is Majin Vegeta. I don't care if he can't attack, right? As long as he can tank majority of the game, I'm happy with that. Ella Barbie is great as a unit. Sure, the links aren't the best, but I never expect too much for a free-to-play, which means I can like this guy. I really can. It might be a controversial choice because I'm only looking under, like, the truths comments, really. So now it's the opposite. A card that I hate, but everyone likes. And I think it's got to be... when these guys first came out, I think now a lot of people hate them a lot more just because they're less usable. But when they came out, everybody was sucking on them. And I just did not agree whatsoever. I was Team Cell whole way through. That was just me. That was just me. And Now everybody, I'm slowly coming to light how useless they really are. For my most underrated card, I have two. But I'm probably going to lean towards Goku and Gohan LR Super Battle Road EZA. I think the EZA made them really good. They stack a decent amount of defense. And they have, like, additionals built in and stuff. I don't see many people talking about them. My other choice was Goku and Chi-Chi. Maybe they're getting a little bit more light because they link well with the Dokkan Fest exclusive Goku now. And one of the best TURs to support him. And they have the active skills. So I feel like in terms of who's more underrated, I think the Goku and Gohan. I've been using them a lot and they're just really, really good. And I just don't see enough love for them. The most overrated card, other than the Goku and Gohan, is probably UI Goku. I get how when he first came out, I understand he's the best card. I will agree. But he shouldn't have had this much limelight for so long. I think he's had so much love for so long. It's kind of ridiculous in a way. Yeah, his dodge chance is nice. It's just that if he fails to dodge, it's over. It is so over. And now I feel like his attack power is just not even that good. The only thing saving him is if he gets the additional super attacks, a guaranteed crit, essentially. My favorite OST, I've got to still give my boy Gamma 1 some love. Man, I don't know. I always see a lot of people liking Gamma 2, but I'm just rocking with Gamma 1 OST all the time. Like, it's a vibe. It's something different about it that I just love. My second right now is probably Tech Vegeta's, the Rage to Super Saiyan 2. That one's actually a banger too. But I think overall, Gamma 1s, I haven't like gotten too old about that. So yeah. So for my first LR, if you're a boomer like me, if you're like an old player of Dokkan Battle like me, it should be LR Prime Battle Goku, as he's the first LR in Dokkan Battle in general. So I feel like a lot of people, or a lot of veterans, should have this. That, or it's the LR Androids, because you just do like one friend multi and you kind of get them. Although maybe not LR yet, they are technically still an LR card, potentially. So it's that or the Androids, but for me, it was definitely the Goku. Now, for my favorite event and stage, I actually really don't have any favorite event. If anything, for every Dokkan event or like challenge event or anything like that, I just want to get it done and over with. I've never enjoyed my time other than beating it for the first time. But something I always look forward to, and this might be psychotic behavior, it's got to be the World Tournament. Now, listen. I don't enjoy doing it, right? But I enjoy the end result of the World Tournament, knowing that I'm going to get a good card, for free to play that is. You know, summons are always at the end, an LR potentially, and brand new one. So I know that when I do this event, I know that I'm always going to get something in kind of a value in return. That's the only reason why it's my favorite event. If we're talking about memories, it's probably LGE, just because when I first beat it, it was the most, like, I've screamed in my life, probably. But that was, like, a one-time thing. Other than that, like, LG is just, like, a chore to get to the very end and then having to deal with MUI's dodge. So I don't really know what should be determined as favorite here, but I'm just going to go World Tournament because, like, every time a World Tournament comes around, I'm like, oh no, but, like, yes, it's going to be a great time. For my least favorite, the one that I've been pissed off the most is probably Ultimate Clash. I mean, every time I die, I have to go all the way back. It's so annoying. It's like, a not so fun roguelike game. And it's not fun at all. You know, with a roguelike, at least you can have choices of different options. But with Ultimate Clash, you're pretty much doing the same team every single time. So it just gets really boring. There's no alternative route you can do or anything like that. So yeah, it's just because I'm free to play. For pay to play, I get it. It's like super easy. It's free, 20 minutes of your life, and then you get some cool stones and like. But for me, it's just like it's not enough memories. The LRs are expensive that I really need as well. and I die so easily, then I have to return all the way back because I've calculated my whole team box to do a specific thing. And if one team dies, or if I have too many teams die, then I have to start again because mathematically I can't get to the final boss. It's kind of that thing. Yeah, I know. I got it down pat. For my most impressive card, I guess I have two options. Like, my most impressive time I've ever used a pay-to-play card, and most impressive time I've used a free-to-play card. For my free-to-play option, I'm gonna go with LR Cell, just because he has big bad bosses, multiple super attacks, great defense stats, great attack stat as well. So overall, as a free-to-play unit, I was like very, very happy for that. But for the pay-to-play, I'll probably go with Orange Piccolo. Because that was like the first time where I was like, wow, you can get a 10 million attack stat this easy with on a free-to-play team. Because that was, I don't remember who else got like 10 million attacks that easy, like taking like a few hits and then you're already there, kind of deal. It was either this Piccolo or Piccolo Jr. I was most impressed when he turned into giant form compared to the Piccolo Jr. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So my biggest letdown to this day is probably that they haven't EZA'd this Arale and Goku yet. They have so much good potential too, but they've just been stagnant. And they weren't a letdown when they first released, of course. It's just that it's been so long and they have such a decent kit that they could actually be really good, especially with Path to Power Goku as well being the leader. I think they could be super awesome, but they just haven't touched them in for so long. A candidate for the biggest letdown would also be like LR Roshi, because he didn't dodge when he was like the most crucial person to dodge. Same with LR Super Battle Road Goku, but at least I get to use them and they actually do something for the team other than Arale and Goku, which I never use anymore, essentially, other than Ultimate Clash, because they did technically do some damage. My leader for the first time beating Broly, what a legendary moment that was. It's obviously Ginyu and the LR Tech Ginyu, but we'll just do with the LR AGL Ginyu so I don't have to find the image. The leader of my first time beating Cell Max is technically, but the true leader was actually Devilman. He wasn't the leader skill, but he was the leader of the team for sure. Best aging unit is probably an easy choice for me. It was Vegito Blue. Even though his EZA took forever, even in his non-EZA state, he was somewhat decent enough to be considered a top-tier free-to-play unit, so I'm going to give it to Vegito Blue. The unit that's on most of my teams is probably Roshi, even though I think a lot of the teams, like the best free-to-play teams, have his categories in it. So like Battle of Wits, Earthlings, Earthbred Fighters, EZAs, I use them a lot just to cheese LR EZA events. It's a support unit, he dodges, so I think he right now is on most of my teams. It's really hard for free to play because I always change from extreme to super, and it's not really like a main team that I always use. It's just whatever gets the job done. The best era of Dokkan is a pretty hard one to judge, but ultimately, I think I will have to go with the Worldwide Celebration 2022. I think the LR's release was amazing at its time. The free-to-play units that they released at the time is great. They didn't release too hard of an event that I couldn't do it all in the first year. So it was fun for me. And it was just a full-packed celebration. I think they did really good. Other than that, it'd probably be the 7th year. And then maybe the 6th year. The 6th year is a little bit too far behind just because the God event, I had just no chance at all. With the best free-to-play team, I had no chance to beat any of them. At least when Red Zone came out, I could beat like 5 stages or so. So in terms of like content that was doable for me, that was 7 beats out 6. Even though 6 technically had the better free-to-play cards that worked well for the new cards that came out, which they've done so well. And outside of that, Worldwide Celebration is probably the next best when it comes to free-to-play releases that correspond with the new shiny Dokkan Fest exclusive. What I want more in Dokkan, this one's a little bit interesting. Because it's not a card per se, a character, which you might think, but it's actually higher leader skills for free to play. I think that's a that's a thing that I want more of, which is higher leader skills for free to play. 77% for an EZA is just not cutting it into this day and age. 130%, still a little lacking. I think if you're gonna sacrifice free to play stats, you might as well give them some good leader skills at the very least. And what am I waiting for in Dokkan Battle? Easy choice. A Beast Gohan. Specifically, maybe a free-to-play one, but yeah, just a Beast Gohan that's actually Beast. I think that's what I'm really waiting for. Stone Check, and a Stone Check, 100s. I'd say I have about 100. That's about it. So yeah, that is my Dokkan favorites. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This was actually a long time recording. Let me know what you guys have for your Dokkan favorites. You can copy this template and let me know over on Twitter. You can leave it down in the comment section. You can post it on my Discord. The links are all in the description. So make sure you check those out. Leave a like on today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace out.